about identity, but I think we've been indoctrinated to forget our identity, whether we've been conditioned through family or, as I always talk about, generational trauma is something we don't talk about enough. It's like you've buried by force from the childhood your real identity through shame and through conditioning and indoctrination. And you need to one day wake up to yourself and say, I need to find my own path. I need to find my own identity, my own values. I think we have an identity that belongs to everyone else but ourselves. And as you go through life and situations and hardships and ease, even ease is a test in itself. Because the opposite of ease is hardship, and you don't know who your identity is on the other spectrum. I think when you realize that, you start seeing the world with different frames and different glasses, and it's really important to start young.
I think people struggle with identity because as we're born, and we as parents, we create this sort of blueprint for our children and what we want them to be. What school are they going to go to? What career are they going to have? What sports are they going to play? And our parents did the same for us. And it's nothing that's malicious or bad or anything like that, but it's a blueprint that's put on us as young children. And as we grow up and start to ask those questions, who am I? And we have those, well, what about what I want? What about what I'm feeling, what I'm interested in? We almost feel like that's when the big identity crisis comes, because our whole lives we've been told, this is who you worship, this is the school you go to, here's, you know, if your child's going to be in the military, you know, we inadvertently do this to our children, and so we come into this young adulthood where that blueprint doesn't resonate with us. We don't understand the blueprint because it's not the model that we want for ourselves. And so that's why we have so much trial and error when we're in our teens and 20s, because we're trying to recreate the blueprint. And we don't feel like we're allowed to do that. A lot of us do it in silence, or we try things, you know, without having a lot of attention, because I can't step out of this blueprint, because what if the house fumbles, you know, when I put that last nail in? And I think just empowering our children to know that it's okay if you don't want to be like me, you know. My mom's an accountant. I was very clear from a very young age, math is hard, and I don't want to be an accountant. So I recreated my own blueprint, but